Hello everyone, welcome to this reading for the collective. This is for the eclipse, what will be like that now you see it, now you don't energy. All right, so that's with the lunar eclipse and then the solar eclipse. Something will be ending and then something will be beginning, and it's going to be like that sun and the moon energy. So this will be something coming to light, something that is revealed in the dark. So this is like expect the unexpected. All right, this is eclipse where it is something that is a sudden transformation. Like when the sun is no longer visible, it creates that shift of energy, of what we're focusing our power on, what we're putting a lot of our creativity, our desire, really putting a lot of pressure on one focus. So that could be that light where sometimes we get really drawn in by the light, where it becomes almost like that energy of not wanting to leave that situation. So there might be something that you're missing, being drawn in by too much light, can not allow any reflection, not allow any balance to these cycles of needing to not always be in the spotlight of something, where when we're only seeing something that we want to see, we're only seeing the light side of things. We're only choosing to see things that we want to see, that bring us joy, right? And that can end up bringing a false reality of never growing and avoiding things, right? Avoiding anything that brings any emotion besides happiness. You know, work hard, play hard. So putting that work into healing and finding truth, not denying yourself truth. We don't want to fool ourselves. We want to live with that sense of freedom and lightness, not holding on to putting a mask on, to masking the emotions, right? That builds up heaviness within us. So needing to be light as the Fool, where the Fool is not held down by anything. It's the beginning of the journey where there is that in between, you know, where it's endless possibilities, going through like not jumping through hoops of life, but almost like floating. Floating because you're so light, having no burdens, not holding on to old energy. All right, so let's go into this, and we're going to see these eclipse is all for the best. Yeah, now you see it, now you don't. So what is going to be eclipsed out? All right, so something that is in the presence of the sun, maybe very captivating, but only focusing on joy and pleasures can end up with that disconnect from growing from the ego, and that awareness of it's not about how other people's perceive you. It's not about how cool you look and, you know, It's not about saying things or doing things to look a certain way or to get approval or to, you know, that prideful energy. Not trying to play yourself, you know, being playful but not playing yourself. Play your cards, play the game fairly, play the game the way you would want to play with integrity. You know, like life isn't a game, no, but life does have strategic moves to make. The moves you make will really represent the conflicts and the situations, you know, getting by, and not thinking things through, being overconfident and going from ego, and really hiding. That's like the mask that we wear to hide our true self so we don't get hurt, right? The armor we wear. All right, so let's see. What is going to be made aware and removed? All right. Where it's going to give you that strength, okay? And this is going to give you that strength, that courage, that awareness of opening up your heart space. Okay. What will be in the dark? Oh boy, that's a lot. I'm just going to look. All right, so let's have a quick review, and we're going to pick one that stands out to read. So we do have the Threshold, the Father, the Kiss, and the Queen. So we have the Father and the Queen. And the Queen is the expression of the King. And the Father is the energy of teaching morals, teaching grounding, and growing this masculine energy of, and then at a certain point will actually remove themselves. So that's separation. It's that separation between teaching those hard lessons in life. That Father is that more of that tough love. One day has to make that hard choice to know that growth needs to happen on your own. And the things that we think happen to cause pain, it actually creates strength. It's like the growth that has been passed on through the tree of life really creates this understanding of value in being the teacher, but then it's like when the bird, right? When the bird's ready to leave the nest, they have to do it on their own. So it's that tough struggle of life that it's not the nurturing energy. It's like having half of the half of the growth, so being shown half of it, and being shown the basic skills to grow. And then one day, after being passed on wisdom, it's your time, even though you don't think you're ready. And the threshold, yeah, okay. Feeling like you're hanging on in this dark cave. You come to this end, and it's like right at the end, you see that you have nowhere else to go. And you see all this red, and it's unknown, and it looks scary. But you've been in this cave, this dark tunnel, and now coming out of it, seeing this, it's frightening because it's so different, but yet where you have been was the frightening, was the dark place. So when you're in the dark, you almost forget that you're in the dark, so that whenever you actually see something, some light, not knowing that this is the end of the dark time, you're actually coming out of a time of fear, a time of unknown, and all of a sudden, where you were in this dark place, sometimes being there in the dark place, it becomes familiar. That when something beautiful, inspiration, this new energy of warmth is disguised by the mind making an illusion, so it's like holding on, and it's like it's like holding on to the things that kept us, that were holding us back, that were dark and scary. The ability to jump into this whole new energy, vitality and acceptance, light, because you were feeling safe in this dark place. So there's something holding you back. But you don't realize where you have been is the scary place. This is you coming out of it. So what's going to be eclipsed out, I feel like that's an expression of love. The kiss. The kiss can be bittersweet. A kiss can tell you many things. It can heal. It can connect. It can reveal. And it can really allow the kiss goodbye, or it could be a kiss that rekindles something. So the kiss is how you see it, Because here, this could be like this could be the moon. The moon being eclipsed. Like coming out of the eclipse where the moon's leading this way. Or it could be I see this more as the moon covering the sun. So that would be the sun being eclipsed. A kiss can last forever. I feel like if this is moving away, like I feel like this dark, the moon, the sun is popping back out. But this also could be a time for healing. The kiss, this tells, with the moon, the passion, this reveals a lot. It reveals passion. It could open up I feel like you can really heal with a kiss. The kiss that started it all. I definitely think something is going to be not necessarily eclipsed in and out, like taken away, ending. I feel like there's ending of a cycle, a tough cycle. And I feel like if you've been going through a hard relationship or complete disconnect with somebody, I feel like this is, it's like it's been in that werewolf energy, or the moon has been making, I find, people and just really act in their true nature, you know, like no filter. I feel like that's that father energy representing when you're hurt. The masculine energy can go into that abandonment energy, or that hurt you before I get hurt. So I feel like there's some kind of shadow aspect. Maybe not seeing their value with the penny. And I feel like this aspect that was maybe left this person wondering a lot how to love, having to fill in the blanks, needing to figure things out on their own. It grew a lot of hard work, someone who's very determined to accomplish goals. But with this father, I feel like it doesn't always teach love, doesn't always teach making you feel worthy or appreciated or, valued. I feel like it's to grow that strength and shine. You see, this tree is very strong. It's very sturdy. So it's almost like when, not tough love, but someone takes the time to teach you things and let you figure things out. I feel like those are the patterns that we remember the most. to grow the strength, grow the courage, grow the confidence. So there's a shadow side. Maybe something was buried about how you look at your worth. But I feel like you were able to mesh things together. You're able to figure it out, how to, at the tree, this is like the side that you were taught, you know, how your building blocks were growing up, what you were taught, how much attention to life's lessons. But when it was time to let you figure things out, you're able to grow by using all the lessons that are passed down, everything that that you learned, how to, life skills, you know, how to change a tire, you know, those, you know, like those things that a father could teach you or do for you and show you how all the time. But it takes more time and patience to let somebody do it on their own. This is like etch-a-sketching. I'm seeing this as like an etch-a-sketch, like, you know, not being able to draw in here, but to only draw around the outside. So it's like you have the design, you have the life skills. You were taught things by not showing, but by the confidence that you could do it. That's the value, is continuous. Is a continuous growth. Being taught something is more valuable. Putting the work into the progress. And then allowing you to create your own vision of growth. And as you see, it's the same, but in your own way, in your own fabric. the growth, the tools that you teach will go a long way. You know, all these little different schools, like that's all the little lessons, all the skills, all the attention to passing on wisdom, passing on life lessons. And the tree is the growth. Yeah, it's teaching tools for success and to grow your own. Have the tools, and you realize why later the value in why was it so important to teach you all these things. Didn't seem important, but you realize it, that all these life lessons, all the time, all the experiences, it was being taught so that it all comes together at one time or another in life. It all becomes a fabric to shape you. Tools for success. All right, yeah, so find yourself. There's always a certain time where you are ready to venture off into your own space, create your own journey. Okay, and the threshold, yeah, it's the unknown though, because you're creating your own picture. You know, now you see, you've had the tools, you have the know-how, you've been taught. But when it comes down to being in that situation and going into this unknown situation and, you know, not having that nest, but you have all the lessons here, you know, you have all these lessons, but you're at the finish line of the lessons, and the next step is diving into this light that shines so bright you can't see. So it's holding on to you. This fear. What's holding you back is fear of losing sight of, and having to venture off on your own to create your own growth, not to fail. You know, with the Father, that energy, you really want to make them proud, and that the value is in your own struggles, your own success, but your own movements. The important part is you're moving, you're taking action. And creativity, not being held back by not seeing your worth, or not seeing being held back, me also being held back by things that have happened in the past. since you're building a different foundation, but with the same tools. You're building something that is your light, that is your passion, your creativity. Don't let control or the need to stay stuck in somebody else's wants and desires. You know, somebody else's growth may not be yours. You know, that's why we're all, our journey is different, because together, it comes together perfectly. The kiss is all about, yeah, be soft and sweet. I feel like this is very empathetic energy to understand that masculine energy, the father, that energy of having to move away from and lose that energy of, like, when you're ready to leave the nest, that having to venture off on your own. Holding on to, it could be that energy of holding on to the old growth. Because some things come into our life to bring structure, to bring purpose, to bring strength, courage, and then that energy, time is up, and that end of that cycle, and you must continue on without that energy. But the father energy is always a part of you. It just can't always be by your side, because it's that part that wants you to grow your own journey. Eventually has to let go of things that really made us feel safe, made us feel protected. And then one day, if it's not there, that's what it feels like. You're definitely stepping into an unknown area. But standing where you are, holding yourself over the edge is almost like torture. All right, yes. Just knowing that those that we love, those that we hold close to us, they're always bonded to us. That's always like the darkness heals. The dark is like that kiss in the night. Kind of like in the dark, complete darkness. There's that energy of surrender. There's that energy of there's no power, there's no struggle, there's no conflict. It's just that silence. It's that is that complete it's complete darkness. It's a complete energy of the inside. What do you feel? Or you have to feel vulnerable. So the kiss of the night. It's becoming friends with your... Being friends with... the mountain. Yeah. So this is about the mountain, not reaching the top. It's the heart of the mountain. This is like you are not just doing the ordinary. You're not doing something without purpose. You're in the mountain being... Why would you want to be on the top of the mountain? This is like you're in the middle of the mountain, like this kind of like shelter, this cool cave-like energy, where you find comfort over how high you can climb. But it's about creating a space which challenge, which door. It's like trusting your heart, opening your heart, and having this awareness that the warmth, that the fire, that the that you're creating something, designing a new plan. Having this inspiration, this direction, that it's not about how many mountains you climb, how many hurdles, how hard the cycle is. It's not about the toughest, the fastest, but it's about the journey in between. It's the discoveries. It's the lessons that you learn. It's the higher awareness. It's those stops and being still and seeing where you are and making your own space. Because it's like in life, there's always going to be mountains, and you know, there's always hurdles. So why rush through them? There's not really an end to them. So this is about that moment, that spark of it's not about the marathon. You're not on a marathon. It's about enjoying those moments, enjoying the sights, you know, enjoying the views, those hidden opportunities, hidden doors. Creating a space that of a heightened awareness on what you're seeing as a shadow reflection of your upbringing, where you're meant to grow this, your own value. You didn't see that you are the creator. And at a certain time, that was part of your growth. Your lesson here is to face the need of approval, the need of direction, that you were actually being able to, you're much stronger than you thought you were. And all things happen for a reason. That star, the jewel in the sky, being only told so much information, and then that's part of it, is what you're jumping into. You had to do it without anybody's guidance. Because you're much brighter, you're much more aware, much more aware of your potential. Because you see things others don't. You don't work out of ego and impressing others. You work out of using your mind and all the ripples and the synchronicities, and you look at things differently. I feel like you will be aware of something. Okay, so something will be some kind of idea of being stuck, or the way you viewed, it's going to be flipped. That nothing that what happened, that when you felt like you were maybe not guided enough when you're growing up, you didn't have enough support, you're going to see the flip side. Because it goes much deeper than that. You had to create that with only limited and that was the hard work put in. Is leaving people behind because it's part of the lesson that they continue on so they can find their own value. It's never easy. Never easy to watch people that we care about go through the journey and not try to save them. You know, not try to save them when you feel like they need to be saved. But just be aware that I feel like this is going to change somebody's energy. I feel like they've been acting strange. They're going to be acting completely different, almost like this karmic energy is going to be released. It's like, I feel like lessons in love, relationships, karmic situations, they're going to be flipping. All right, so there has been a lot of blocks. There's been a lot of masks that have been put up to block situation, and it was either to test, to break you out of this energy of needing something and not instead of resenting maybe what you felt like you were lacking. You know, maybe that you had to teach yourself a lot of things about life. That's that energy of the kiss is like loving somebody and seeing their journey, but loving from a distance so that they can grow, so that you're not blocking their journey. So it is sometimes hard to watch somebody go through that awakening. But some people have, not some people, we all have things we have to do on our own. Okay, so if you're feeling like you're on hold and there's been this energy of kissing and making up, or someone's been a little bit distant with you, I feel like this eclipse energy from last year to now, there's been this hold. I feel like someone's been on hold, clenching on, you know, for the last, right at the edge. And it's like this is the energy right here, right? Clenching onto the edge. When really you're diving into adventure, diving into a new, like being rejuvenated, it's like the sun is bringing you back that vitality, that joy, that not power hold on your energy that's been dark and you've been not seeing things clearly in this tunnel energy, you know, stuck on this mountain, feeling like the world's against you. So trust that dark will come to light and light will come to dark. There's a lot of reveals, okay? So know that if you are holding on to something, holding on for dear life, that hold is it's like that kiss of the kiss that transformed the frog into the prince. It's like you don't realize that you're being held in this energy of small, like you have been in the illusion of being in the frog, where you have been in this dark cave, but wanting to hold on to it because you're in that illusion, not knowing, not wanting to be captured, not wanting to be feeling like you're abandoned again by others, not trusting others. But again, when you go into this bright lights of just a whole new waves of red, that's like healing the roots, and the yellow is the solar. So it's bringing yeah, diving into creativity. Like you're diving into a rainbow, but like a really close up rainbow, and you're not seeing it because you're so close to it. Yeah, so it's like getting out, finding your worth. It all makes sense. Like there's some kind of something you're meant to reach and discover. But you needed to grow with your own experiences, which was like a blank canvas. But you have been taught filling in those blank canvases with all of these lessons, all these waves, these patterns, going different ways. And it reveals like this, something, you can't really read it. Reveals something sustainable, almost like something that can't be broken, even with the matters of the earth. So it's like the knowledge, it's the forever knowledge that you gain will last. It's like it'll last even through, like the skills you'll learn, even in these toughest times, toughest mountains. The ability to stay warm, to create light, to make fire, and be able to survive in tough times. I feel like that was part of the king. Sometimes it's a tough lesson, but it's still out of love. But it made you stronger. Sometimes tough things are hard to do because we don't want to watch anybody suffer. We don't want to watch people we love suffer, right? But to break you free out of a cycle, break you free out of a way to learn. Yeah, it's the ancient, but that's, the crone is sacred knowledge, information, brings in things that others wouldn't know, like the prophets, the mystic, and the gem. Yeah, the gem. It's like the offering. You're being offered that within these cycles, look, that are all the gem in all of, the gem isn't always right out in the open, right? It's not easy to find, like finding a gem in a haystack. And it'll come only when it's ready for you. You can't catch the gem. You can't. It will come when it's ready, and it'll be an offering. It's like an offering. Information, offering magic, offering offering something so beautiful, something that will bring in a different kind of fortune. But the best things go through the hard times, and it takes time. Yeah, so don't let this inner conflict keep you stuck in the cycles that are feel safe or feel comfortable. Because those tough times taught us lessons. And we don't always know the whole side of the story. You don't see the whole picture. And it always sounds worse until, you know, then we find out something and you kind of feel silly. The warrior, yeah, make you stronger. You're the warrior. It's like your bones are meant to your bones are strong. They're meant to build a strong foundation. Bones of the warrior. Bones are structure. This new potential is creating an understanding of what you've been through and why maybe you feel like it was tougher when you were growing up. You know, you had to work harder than other people. Your parents wanted the best for you, you know, so I feel like the things that you had to go through, feeling like maybe you weren't as cared about, I feel like behind closed doors, there was tears. But wanting to allow you to be able to be a strong person. It was not easy. Did not want to. The only reason was to make you a stronger person than they were. That they lacked that in their life, that structure, that coaching in life, that preparing for life lessons. You know, that's why you're that warrior now. So it wasn't out of tough love or not love, or it was to prepare you. Yeah, the gazelle, prepare you for the cycles of life. Prepare you that life isn't always easy. But we must let things flow, not get stuck. Heal, the nightingale. Teal, it's the things we don't say. Needing to speak your truth in the dark. Messages of night. The night brings in these messages. Not to stay in the shadow. Dragons, it's consciousness. We're in the year of the dragon, so I feel like elevated consciousness, elevated awareness. This is like the Empress, so the gazelle is, she has energy, she has beauty. Very aware. The gazelle moves around very quickly from place to place. Doesn't stay still. Always moving. This purpose energy. The nightingale. Voicing the shadows. I feel like there's things that are needed to be said to let go of these cycles. And there's some truth kind of coming in the dark. Speaking truth. Heightened awareness. Healing your purpose. I mean, in the night, we heal. Also, your intuition might be... Your intuition is bringing in this new path, this new awareness. And I feel like with the sun behind, might not always be aware. Might not be able to see the sun because the sun's behind her. She doesn't go towards the sun. She's not driven by the sun. The sun is behind her, so she's not driven by masculine energy, it's feminine. So she doesn't hold on to the sun. She's not distracted. She's not fazed by... She's not distracted by the sun, but life happens around her. She's always moving, always flowing. Very nurturing, caring. Brings balance. Jumping into new opportunities. Growth, love, tenderness. It's like the sun is always behind you. You can see there's like lines. Yeah, so the sun doesn't overpower the gazelle. The gazelle is aware of the vitality, the growth of the sun. But she's not restricted by it. She's not impressed by the sun. She moves freely. Moving with the cycles. The cycles that bring in the messages of transformation, the messages of the nightingale. I feel like this is maybe what we don't see in the dark. So the things in the dark that don't speak. So you're needing to quiet your mind. It's like that awareness. It's like listening to your intuition. It's almost like the gazelle is not paying attention to the sun. Her attention, her ears, even though that it's in the dark and it maybe not be making any noise, she can hear the frequency. She's guided by the illumination of the moon. She doesn't get distracted just by the sun. So this is trusting the truth that the moon is revealing. You may not hear it, but you feel it. You sense it. You're feeding out the sun. I feel like the sun is sometimes giving you... Like sometimes the sun sometimes shines a light of only, it kind of fades everything else out. So this is fading out the power and listening, having this awareness of clarity, mental clarity, hearing the night whispers, listening to what the night reveals. The night holds the truth. Not what you see with your eyes in the day, it's what you feel in the night. When the mind is quiet and everything's quiet, that is when the balance comes in, the truth comes in. So listen to what the moon is revealing. It's illuminating a song only for you to hear. So if you listen, fade out the rest of the world that is trying to get your attention. Focus on your intuition, your guidance. It is telling you something very important. All right? So in the night, it's time to fight the light. There's reveals coming in the dark. So what is the universe telling you? All right? The elephant, something of wisdom, something of many different cycles. It's all about wisdom, growth, larger than life. You're making, it's like if there's something going off within you. And it's like this energy is coming in. You're no longer, you're an elephant. All right? Time to make big moves. Till next time, bye.